Dragons, burner at wide receiver. You always need eyes on him. 4th most catches in the NFL.
This is the NFL on EA Sports as we join you from the so-called Space City, Houston, Texas. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Pittsburgh Steelers taking on the Dragons of Houston.
With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
And we are underway from Houston. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
So out come the Steelers now for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 6-year quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance, because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early 2nd and long they're facing. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Now this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And after the nice stiff arm, the next wave swarms in quickly for the stop. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. 21 yards, well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And that's really good field position they were given. Now, nothing's a gimme. We know that. But I know his goal, have the field goal kicker just stay on the bench. They want to put it in the end zone and get 6 out of this one. If they don't, I think it'll feel like a disappointment.
2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Cox. 85 catches for him on the year now, and the result there is a 1st down.
Now Lawrence.
Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Bates. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Here we go now on 1st and goal. Here's Lawrence to throw.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal.
Throwing again here. It's Lawrence.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. With a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Dragons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stop it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. Back to throw.
The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out now comes the Houston offense as you take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. What we do know, Charles, they will be in the playoffs. They currently sit at pole position #1, but nothing's set in stone right now. They still have to earn that top spot.
And it makes me reflect back to preseason when you and I do our tours of camps. The prevailing message in each and every one of them was what? Win the division.
Win the division.
Win the division. You know you're in the playoffs. It means something. It means a home game. It means a number of other things, but winning the division is paramount. You're right. They won't step off the gas here.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Here's Lawrence.
Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 8 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And this one is right through. And that will extend their lead even further.
So a touchdown on their opening drive and 3 more here, and it adds to their first quarter lead.
Yeah, everything's going according to plan so far because the offense has moved the ball, defense able to do their job, and here the special teams unit comes through with their contribution. A field goal to make it 10-zip.
Pittsburgh offense making their way back out.
They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll look to throw.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They'll look to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long. They'll look to throw again.
He couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
Houston set to take over.
They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10.
Now Lawrence to throw.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. They'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Up the middle they go. Long. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Lawrence.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at the 18. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
Pittsburgh set to take over again on offense.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
From the 33, here's 2nd down and 5.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. When you look at this defense,
they played extremely well last week in that win over the Packers.
The best defenses I know, they draw lines in the sand and say you're not going to cross that. For most of them, it's 100 yards of total offense. They didn't quite accomplish that, but still a pretty darn good game last week. Just over 100 yards of total offense given up.
That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. So they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down.
Gets past one man. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Nash. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession. Here's third and a few inches as they've got it as we resume action. Lawrence on third down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Gotta say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on third and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a 2nd and 10. It's a throw again as Lawrence. Touchdown! From 17 yards out. And the Dragons are able to stretch out their lead.
The defense is doing their best, but they're struggling right now. They'll look for some help from their own offense to keep them in the game.
Now for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown. Here's Conley. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Now a handoff up the middle. Long. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak.
Touchdown! A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Dragons are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they've targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
So with the Steeler offense on their way out, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC.
Well, here we sit, Week 17. Just one more week in the regular season after this one. So if you're one of these teams trying to make a move and improve your spot or jump in from the outside, Charles, you better make that move now.
And these final games are often a good barometer for all those teams fighting for position or a wild card spot. They have to be able to get the job done these last 2 weeks before things get even tougher when the playoffs officially begin.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays.
Yeah.
They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
He finds his man complete. That's Chavez. Only able to gain a couple there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now out comes Houston.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming.
Now Lawrence.
He finds his man complete. It's long. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Up the middle they go. It's long. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Lawrence will throw.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 35. Back to throw. Lawrence. And a quick throw here. That's complete. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
2nd and a couple. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Nash. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Now it looks like we're going to get a stoppage here. An injured Steeler on that last play.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Dragons have opened the lead up to 30.
They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the route is on here in this 1st half.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And down right near the 25. Able to break through that initial contact. Got him some extra yardage. This offense so far on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him.
Houston's offense taking over again, and they can run this score up even further as they begin this drive with a 1st and goal and that huge lead.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Following the fumble recovery. Lawrence throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. It's the fullback.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dragons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Well, it was 2nd and goal. You're in there close. That's the fullback's comfort zone.
Not only is it his comfort zone, it's an expectation. That's what he's supposed to do. Turn and hand it to him. Big guys fire out. Find your way into the end zone.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units in there. Kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive. Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. One back in the backfield. He'll get the carry. And he'll get this up past the 5 to the 7-yard line. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line.
From midfield now, Lawrence.
He finds his man, complete. It's Nash. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
On first down, it's long. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. With touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Dragons just continue to roll. Point after here coming up. And the route is on here in this first half. So 2 plays on that scoring drive. That's how they drew it up. And the long run into the end zone, and what a run it was. And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up a throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. Hands it off out of the gun.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And taken right at the 35. It'll go as a 42, making a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Now Lawrence to throw on 2nd down.
He finds his man complete. It's Nash.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. It's all down to this. Week 18 of the NFL regular season. Lots to be decided, so let's get right to it. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. The Vikings still in a dogfight, but this would be a good victory for them if they could get it. From there, we head down to the Sunshine State to check on the Jaguars at home in Jacksonville. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. The Condors trying to gut this one out, as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Wizards locked in a tight one, but this is a game you feel they've got to have.
All right. right, Coach. Thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter.
Ready up. Here we go, set. Black one, quick, yellow.
Lawrence going to fire it out wide, complete.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
Now that was well defended, and as a cornerback, what you're taught when you see a wide receiver screen, either you get underneath the play before the blocking forms, or you're going to have to fight your way through it by getting through some blocking. That was a really nice play there.
On second down, here's Lawrence.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
3rd and 3.
Now a give, right side. Long. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up.
Well, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Right back to him on first down.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Long. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Here's a 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence.
And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 18. A good pickup there at 22.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season. And that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And now they'll throw it with Lawrence. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
He finds his man, complete. That's Bates. Touchdown! A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Dragons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, Parker, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing, but I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the third quarter. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a touchdown.
A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season.
And the Dragons take the first turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. A familiar refrain, a turnover leads to a touchdown, and that lead grows even wider now here in this third quarter.
Yeah, partner, I'd say there are a lot of grins breaking out on that sideline because, let's face it, they came in thinking they were in for a real fight in this game, but this one's been about as one-sided as we've seen in a while. In addition, if you're a backup, time to start stretching and loosening up. You may get some playing time in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Drop for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Taken from just outside the 30. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42.
Houston set to take over.
And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
Down the numbers. There he goes.
Another miss.
Still on his feet. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 60 yards.
And the Dragons get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Extra point forthcoming. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. I'm not sure if they drew that play up to score, but it scored indeed. One play on the ground and into the end zone for 6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, All coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made right at the 25-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. On 2nd down, it's long. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Yeah, this is only going to be a gain of 2. He needed 3. It's 4th and 1.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. This will be fielded at the 17. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
The disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook. The bottom line is don't quit competing.
Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. He finds his man, complete. That's Chavez. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
On play action, Lawrence.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Nash. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Now Lawrence.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so they'll wind up crediting him with a sack, and it brings up 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Lawrence.
That is caught, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He's been big, 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
From the shotgun, Lawrence.
Throw left side complete. That's Nash. A huge play there for Houston. And even 50 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run.
And the Dragons have got it on cruise control. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time, he had the speed to win that race.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside.
They'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. He did well to get him 8 yards, but it's still going to mean a call to the punt team on 4th down. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Here's Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46. And they bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for Houston. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this is a beauty as that ball's going to angle out at the 6-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. They'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he'll get this out to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42. That'll be good for 6, but now it's 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd down now. It's long. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
163 yards rushing for him now in this one as he is closing in on 1,800 yards for the year.
They'll run on first down. It's long, and he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll keep it on the ground. Long, and tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. On first down, Long.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down and 8.
He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. They'll run on first down. Means, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's long. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, it's long. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. He finds his man, complete. That's Cox. And he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's long, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
For the winning team here, Charles, that's about as big and clean of a win as you could hope for in the National Football League. No turnovers. Meanwhile, you forced turnovers. You didn't allow any points, and you put up a bunch of points. What an effort.
And, Brandon, I just have to ask you, that's all the stuff that we saw happen today. Those are statistics, numbers, the whole deal. But my question is, how does one team come ready to play, and the other one, obviously, not ready at all?
Boy, I mean, I obviously don't have an answer to that, but that was the story from the get-go. One side was awake and ready, and the other just seemed asleep.
So for Houston,
they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Steelers,
it's a tough loss to take as they'll finish things off at 9-8.
But they've got better days in their future. Of that, you can be sure. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.